Chrissy Teigen wrote her, as everyone was calling it, her, what did they say? Your regularly scheduled monthly apology from Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen was the clapback queen, and she was the queen of Twitter. And I've always kind of liked Chrissy, but it's getting harder and harder to defend her like internet usage after, she denounced trolling and hated people who are mean on the internet. And then she's since been exposed by a whole fucking slew of people saying you're an asshole. So every month, every week, Chrissy has to come out and apologize. First, she had to apologize for Courtney Stodden. Now she's apologizing to this dude, Michael Costello. So here's the story. Michael Costello worked at Project Runway, and I guess worked alongside Chrissy Teigen, who was a model, and I'm sure they crossed paths or were on the same show at some point together on Project Runway. Apparently, allegedly, there was a photoshopped picture or some sort of photoshopped Instagram post that made it look like Michael Costello was a racist and was using slurs towards Chrissy Teigen. Now, Michael Costello says that was proven to be fake, and Instagram took it down, but not before Chrissy Teigen saw it, ran with it, called him a racist, and said to his face, your career is done. Every door in this industry is going to be shut to you. Now, Michael Costello has come out and said, this led me to having suicidal thoughts, that he has for the last 7 years lived with a deep, unhealthy trauma where I have thought about taking my own life, and that he suffered in silence because there was no way he could escape it. He was the target of cyber defamation. He was getting blacklisted in real life. And he told his family recently that he thought about taking his life because it was the only way out. And so he wrote these personal letters saying, I'm going to take my life because it's the best way out. And there's no way I can escape this false narrative that Chrissy Teigen put out. And so he comes out and puts out this letter. Chrissy Teigen has to come out and write her own open letter, once again apologizing, saying that's not me. I've changed. And I'm not looking for sympathy or anything, but I'm trying to be a better me. As soon as that happens, Leona Lewis, remember her? Leona Lewis wrote, I think, Burning Love. No. I can't sleep. I can't sleep. Right, whatever that one. What was her fucking jam? She had one that was like a fucking bop. And she was like Bleeding Love, right? That was her big one. She comes out and writes an open letter about Michael Costello saying, oh yeah, well, you made me suicidal and deeply traumatized and depressed. You are a scumbag too. So the story that goes with him, Leona Lewis showed up to a runway show that Michael Costello was a designer for. The dress that she was supposed to walk the runway in didn't fit her because she's not a traditional model type, not a model body type. And Costello was like, yeah, we'll fix it. And then never did. So she never got to walk the runway. She never got to be a part of the show. And it was all because they were like, I'm not changing my dress to fit this girl who doesn't even look like a model. So she comes out with her own letter, her own Instagram post being like, oh yeah, well, fuck you. You're just as bad as Chrissy was to you. You humiliated me. I felt awkward. I felt uncomfortable. And, I didn't get to be a part of this show that was supposed to be, such a big deal for me. So, it's like the whole internet with these guys is like the scene in The Office where Andy and Dwight and Michael are fucking pointing their guns at each other. Like and I don't know how many more times we're going to go through this before we just accept the fact that the internet is not a nice place and that everybody has skeletons. Everybody has been an asshole. Everybody has been a troll. Everyone has said nasty things at some point. And rather than just spend the next however long it takes to expose every fucking person, I'm going to tear you down. And then you're going to tear me down. And then she's going to tear you down. And he's going to tear that person. And we're just going to keep fucking going like dominoes. At what point can we just accept that not every single thing you say, tweet, or post on the internet is going to be nice? and that not like an entire body of work on the internet can be judged with like just a black, white, good, bad, nice, mean. There's always going to be extenuating circumstances. There's always going to be moments of weakness. There's always going to be times where you're kind. There's always going to be times when you're rude and mean. Like it's just crazy that we have not really caught up to the internet at all. We have fully immersed our society in the internet and social media without understanding like the consequences of it. We have not caught up to the reaction of the internet at all. And it's like we just keep doing it. Like we're just fucking lemmings, just keep going over the edge. We're just in a revolving door here. It's like whack-a-mole. It's just like we're just bopping each other over the fucking head. You're canceled. No, you're canceled. You're an asshole. No, you're an asshole. I'm suicidal. No, you're suicidal. You caused me to be suicidal. Well, you caused me to be suicidal. It's like, and I don't mean to be mean about it. And like, I'm sure this guy, Michael Costello, felt this deep trauma, but it's like, yeah, man, somebody was mean to you on the internet. And Leona Lewis, like someone was mean to you in real life. And like, we got to toughen up a little bit. If you're gonna live in this modern world of the internet with fame and money and competition, you got to toughen up. You can't just like get to the top and sit on your little pillow eating from your silver spoon and, cry when someone's mean to you, or be, upset when an Alex Cooper swoops through and fucking knocks you off your high horse, or, someone, your dress didn't fit and they were mean about your size. And like, these things are all obviously mean and everybody processes it differently. But if we're just going to point the finger on the internet every time something bad happens, or every time you remember what trauma you went through 10 years ago, we're just going to fucking be here for goddamn ever. I don't know how else to say it other than like, you gotta just either like get off the internet or play by the rules, meaning like accept what it is you're playing. It's like, if you play in the mud, you're going to get dirty. If you play football, you're going to get tackled. You get in a boxing ring, you're going to get punched. You go on the internet, people are going to say nasty things about you. People are going to try to tear you down. People are going to come after you. They're going to troll you. They're going to troll your family. They're going to do it anonymously. Like, that's the fucking game, man. People are going to dig up old shit about you. You're the Bachelorette. You got videos talking about doing anal and shitting on a dick. People are going to find it. You know what Katie Thurston, the Bachelorette, did? Nothing. She rolled with the punches. Now, obviously, that wasn't nearly as negative, but you have a video up and all of a sudden people are talking about how you're trash because you do anal sex and you're not a good role model anymore. You know what she said? I don't fucking care. Check out this other video where I talked to my mom about whether or not she shit on a dick.